Hello children, welcome back to my new session. This is the third session related to the chapter Resources and Development. This is chapter 1 in NCERT class 10. In the previous classes we have discussed about resources and development, resource planning, classification of resources and so many other things. Today we will just concentrate upon two of the major resources. One is land resource and other one is soil resource. So first of all, let us come and read something about land as a resource. We all know that many things has been given to us by the Almighty for our survival, for our well-being, in order to carry out our lives. Among those things, land is one of the most important gifts given to us by the God. When we talk about land as a resource, land can be termed as a resource because it can satisfy many of our needs. Various needs of the human beings are being satisfied by the land. In the previous classes we have discussed, हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया था कि what are resources? Resources are the things which is having the capacity to satisfy our needs. And when we put land on that category, we may say that land is also a resource which is used to satisfy various of our needs. So let us talk about land resource in India. India has got a land mass of 32.8 lakh square kilometer. Among that total land mass, 43% of Indian land mass is plain area. 30% comprises of the mountain area and 27% is the plateau. So this is the distribution of land under various relief features in India. That means the whole land mass is 32.8 lakh square kilometer. Among that 43% comprises of the plain area, 30% comprises of the mountain area and 27% जो है वो plateaus या पठारी क्षेत्र है. Now come to use of land. There is no need to explain this point that what is the use of the land. We will all know it very well. Land can be put to various uses. Land is a type of resource which satisfies most of our needs. Whether we have to build a house, रहने के लिए घर बनाना हो, that is housing, land is required. When we talk about farming, in order to grow crops to eat, land is required. In order to establish the factories, land is again used. So land is the type of resource that can be put under various uses. But we must not forget that this resource, the land, although it is the free gift of nature, but it has got some limitations also. कभी-कभी एक नंबर में यह क्वेश्चन पूछता है कि explain the limitation of land as a resource. So let us come to the limitations. When we talk about the limitation of land as a resource, we may say that land is a resource which is finite in magnitude. Finite in magnitude means it is not unlimited. Its size is limited. It is limited in nature. This is the limitation to the land resource, that is, it is finite in magnitude. Now come to land utilization. When we talk about the land utilization, land can be put under various uses. For example, forests. Forests cover area are also comes under land. And for how forests are useful to us, we have got another chapter for that. And that is known to us as well. Then there is the land which is not available for cultivation. There are the main thing or the main purpose of land is to cultivate, to grow crops. But there are land which is not available for cultivation. Those type of lands can be put to two categories. Under two categories they can be put. One is barren land, मतलब बंजर जमीन जो बर्बाद हो चुकी है, जिस पर कुछ नहीं होता है. Then it is land put to non-agriculture use, जैसे कि जहाँ हाउस बन गया, बिल्डिंग बन गया, these type of things are. अदर अनकल्टिवेटेड लैंड्स, इसके अलावा भी कुछ ऐसे लैंड होते हैं जो कल्टीवेशन में यूज नहीं होते हैं. दे आर कॉल्ड परमानेंट पास्चर्स. सम लैंड्स आर अंडर दिस कैटेगरी एज वेल. पास्चर्स, पास्चर्स मीन्स पैस्टोरल ग्राउंड्स. वी ऑल नो दैट in India the main occupation is farming and many people used to rear cattle also for their survival. So apart from farming, cattle rearing is also one of the main occupation. And in order to feed that much population of cattle, pastoral grounds are needed. So though these permanent pastures are there, this also is one of the use of land. Then land under miscellaneous trees, groves, etc. Suppose if you are going on a highway, किनारे में देखते हैं बहुत सारे जगह पड़ती पड़ा हुआ है, खाली पड़ा है, जिस पे पेड़ पौधे लगे हुए हैं. That is called the land under miscellaneous trees, groves, etc. Then it is fallow land. Fallow land are of two types. One is current fallow. Current fallow means the land that is not put under agriculture use for 1 year. एक साल या उससे कम समय तक जिस पे खेती नहीं हुई है, that land is called current fallow. Okay, 1 year. And other than current fallow, there are land which are not being used for agricultural purposes for 5 years. That is called other than current fallow. Apart from that, net sown area is there. That means total land on which crops is grown once in a year. Then gross cropped area is there. Now when we talk about land as a resource, we have already discussed that we assume resources as the free gift of nature. As a result, what we do, we start using it indiscriminately. That leads towards the degradation of that resource. That leads towards the exploitation of that resource. That leads towards the depletion of that resource. Same thing happens in the case of land as well. हमने समझ लिया कि it is the free gift of nature और हम लगे यूज करने उसे बिना सोचे समझे. As a result, what happened? The problem arises. And that problem is called land degradation. That means the decrease in the fertility or the quality of the land due to various factors can be termed as land degradation. So how land degradation is caused? It is we who are responsible mainly for the land degradation. Certain causes are there which are responsible for the land degradation. Let us discuss the causes of land degradation. The first one is deforestation. Deforestation means cutting down of trees. It is one of the major factors that is responsible for land degradation. Then is overgrazing. Overgrazing is also one of the factors. People used to graze their cattle without thinking of its renewability. Then it is mining. Mining is the process through which minerals is extracted from inside the earth. So mining is also responsible for land degradation. Over irrigation is there and mineral processing is there. So these are the factors that are responsible for the land degradation. So now we should think, we should devise some way that this land degradation should be controlled. Or you may say it must be controlled. Because it is the resource that is finite in magnitude. If we are not going to control it, a day will come, then there will be the scarcity of the land, the usable land on the earth. So let us see how we can control the process of land degradation. For that, the first point is afforestation, means planting of trees. Deforestation is the cause, afforestation is the remedy. Just the cause and its opposite is the remedy. Overgrazing, management of grazing lands. Overgrazing is the cause of land degradation. How it can be controlled? By management of the grazing lands. Mining is responsible for land degradation. Some regulations must be there from the side of the government to control the mining activities in India. Over irrigation, because most of the people are engaged in farming in India, over irrigation is also one of the causes of the land degradation. Then what should be the remedy? Remedy is new methods of irrigation that could not harm the land as a resource, that is drip irrigation or sprinklers. Sprinklers you might have seen in the parks like that. Then plantation of shelter beds. In order, if we want to control the land degradation, we should plant the shelter beds. Shelter beds means planting of trees in a straight row, that is called shelter beds. Creating the shelter beds, we can control the land degradation. Then growing thorny bushes which will hold up the land. So these are some remedial measures through which we can control the process of the land degradation. See, one thing we must not forget, that land is the gift of the God. We put it to various use, but we must not forget our responsibility towards its conservation. If we start using it indiscriminately, a time will come when we will have no land. We will not have the land, better land for our uses. So in order to prevent that condition, we must follow these points. So till here we have discussed about land resources. In my next session, I will conclude the chapter with the soil resources. Till here, there are some questions which you need to answer. First, why there is a need for resource conservation? I think it must be clear to you. Then it is explain land as a resource. Third one is explain briefly land utilization in India, that is land use pattern in India. Then it is what do you mean by land degradation? We have just discussed it. What are the causes? Causes we have discussed, that is deforestation, overgrazing, mining, over irrigation, mineral processing, etc. And how can we control land degradation? That is, we have discussed these points: afforestation, management of grazing lands, regulating mining, and so many other things. So if we plan out in this way, we will be in a condition to utilize this resource for a better purpose and for longer duration of time. So wait for the next session. I will conclude the chapter by discussing soil in that, and that will be the last session of this chapter. Thank you. Stay with others until that.